This Earth of yours will be reduced to a burned-out cinder.
Real wrath of God type stuff.
Biblical. No, not yet.
Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
I came here to give you these facts.
Dogs in camp, living together. Mass hysteria.
We're going to live on. Today, we celebrate.
Flabbergasted by the Audacity.
Did you enjoy last week's episode?
Oh, I loved it. It was intriguing, insightful, interesting, and then you fucking ruined it. But it's fine.
Okay, all right, okay. Let's see how it is.
I just like how it was a good, really interesting topic about all today's youth and Khalil's experience teaching and all that.
Yeah.
And then you just had to go like, Khalil, I'm sorry, I gotta stop you. You know, fucking GTA 6 has a map, and he's like, yeah. And that's it.
Well, because we're talking about it for like 45 minutes, and I wanted to get on to like others. I mean, it was interesting. That's why I wanted him to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, okay, we're not gonna do the full episode about a topic that I spoke about like 3 months ago. You know?
I don't think anyone would have minded. It was really good.
No, I really want to have him back, and it's just that episode. Like, it's just dedicated to, because he really is our inside in terms of like I don't know what's going on in fucking schools anymore. I'm not allowed around them. I'm kidding. But it's like, I don't know what's like going on in schools today, so it's like, it's good to have it's good to have him there. It's good to have him there to have that insight.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's kind of
I mean, all he's doing for me really is just putting fear into my heart, knowing that these people are going to be walking around, driving cars.
Yeah. I'm not even worried about driving cars. I'm just worried about them being in positions of power. That's what scares me.
I don't know, Jamal.
The most.
Rolling 100 kilometers an hour with 3,000 pounds of steel. I don't know. That's pretty powerful. Fucking kill you.
You want to go like that and just sing "Skippity Toilet Riz" as you fucking hit a car or something? Like, I guess maybe, but see, at least with like a license, they stop people, right? Because in the sense that if you just can't get a license, I mean, you can still drive a car without a license illegally, but most times you won't pass your test, so you'll just never drive a car.
Yeah. And you know what happens though? You've seen this with standardized testing and all that. If the median goes down, they lower the standards.
Yeah.
And that could very well happen in every aspect of our lives.
Yeah. I think, well, to be honest, I really think we're in a downward spiral, because like the part that scared me the most out of everything that Khalil said yesterday, it's the fact that they have no hobbies. I think that part scared me, because I'm going, that's the craziest thing. That you worked your whole day, whatever, you go to school the whole day. Fuck, we used to, if we're not going to someone's house to like play games or whatever, we were playing online, right? You know, like they don't even play video games anymore. I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like that was the typical guy thing. You're either doing sports if you're a jock, or if you're a nerd, you're playing video games. Yeah, I guess you had the musician kids in the middle who were playing music, but
the aging
don't really care about them.
The aging gaming gap is like, it used to be between like 13 and 25, and now it's between like 20 and 40. So there's like young teenagers, they're gaming less and less, which is pretty wild.
It's weird though. Yeah, it's just weird because I don't know. I really, and it's funny because I can kind of see where it goes coming from. I'll give you a very quick example. I had to coach a boys soccer team on Sunday, and there's this one kid who came, and all the other kids are talking with each other, and he's just sitting there. And like I could tell, like, you know when you could tell like a kid's like an outside, like you could tell, but just his whole demeanor, the whole game, it looked like if you were to put a gun to his head, he'd go like, go ahead, do it, I don't really fucking care. Like, he looks so dead. Like, I'm dead inside, but this kid beat me in every sense. I was like, bro, like, are you good? Like, should I call somebody? Cause I'm like, damn, like, he really just did not give a fuck that he was there. Like, I was telling him, like, hey, you got a good kick, use your kick, shoot. He scored a goal. You would have thought he just skipped a rock or something. Like, he had no emotion the whole game. No, not a crack of a smile. At least some of the other kids, they got upset. They showed some emotion. This guy could not give less of a fuck. Like it was, and that's scary. That really is scary. I don't know. I really don't know
That does seem to be something
what
that's
they're
really
gonna be
lacking,
doing.
and it is reflected in
Yeah.
lack of hobbies. It's like they have no passion
Yeah.
for anything.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, you don't have anything.
And it's crazy
But,
because even like Khalil said, they have no interest in video games. Movies are too long, and they don't listen to music unless it's in a TikTok. So
Which is-
30 years
that
from now,
part
there's
also-
not going to be as many
Anything.
musicians. I'm not going to be making movies. Not
Yeah.
going to be making TV shows because if no one's watching, I'm not going to make fucking money. So
Yeah.
all the
yeah.
arts are just going to be gone. It's just going to be people doing dumb shit in front of a camera
But-
for 60 seconds at a time.
But that isn't my words of wisdom. My words of wisdom is actually a good words of wisdom. Our good friend Shobi, he decided he wanted to try comedy. Now, before I go any further, I will skip to the ending. He did a pretty good job. I will say I hate the fact that I laughed, but I did. But what I will say is, it's the word of wisdom for me. It's inspire others to inspire them to do something that they're maybe not comfortable with. Because I gotta say, there was at least 12 amateur acts that went up there, and I gotta say that takes balls. I might try it. I'm actually curious myself to see if I can get like someone to actually laugh at something. But I gotta say, it was all walks of life. Some of them were great, Shobi included. Some of them were terrible. There's this one girl who came up and just bombed. Like maybe 2 times I laughed in her like little 10-minute thing. Apparently she like played in Times Square. I was like, if you played in Times Square and you're like this, where are you playing? Are you playing on the street? I'm confused because
Must
it
have
wasn't. Yeah, it just wasn't very good. But I was inspired. I think it was really cool to see. Like I'd never been at an amateur comedy show before. I think it was a really nice, intimate setting. The people were cool. The host was awesome. I loved the host. So, but
gotta
yeah.
ask,
So
though. I
that's
gotta
my
ask.
words of wisdom today.
Was Shobi talking jive or was he using his usual voice?
He was a combination of both, if I had to be honest. He did have a bit of a little extra, I guess. Like, he wasn't talking the way he would talk with us, but he also wasn't talking like, like professional, I guess you can say. Like, what I liked about Shobi that made him stand out from the act that bombed, there were some that were also good like him, was that a lot of the amateur acts, what they were doing is they would go, joke, punchline, you're expected to laugh here. Joke, punchline, you're expected to laugh here. Shobi was like, here's a story, laugh where you want. And if you don't laugh, okay. Like, it was just like you telling a funny story or making a funny scenario,
Yeah. Well,
but not
those are
having
different. There's just 2 different styles. Like you got one-liners, like a
Yeah.
Rodney Dangerfield, and you got stories like
Yeah.
a Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. Well, then the one-liners need some work because a lot of them were like, eh. The guys who told stories seemed to do better that night. Maybe at other nights it's different. But yeah, it was fun. It really was fun. I really had a good time. So, but without further ado, if you don't know what the hell you're listening to, this is Flabbergasted by Audacity. I'm Jamal.
And I'm Patrick.
Yeah, and I was saying to when I did that was Khalil, I was going, I wonder if he's gonna get it. He got it. It took a couple extra seconds.
Yeah, the delay. I was like, huh?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. I'm like, I'm Jamal. And I'm Khalil. I was like, there, yeah, he got it. He's getting there. He's getting there.
Motherfucker forgot his name for a few seconds.
Exactly right. So I'm gonna hold on to Trump stuff until next week. That's when he gets in, to really see if I'm gonna say what I want to say. So I'm gonna put that in the back seat until next week. Of course, me and Khalil spoke about. Not sure if you had any insight to put up on it. Was in terms of Trudeau stepping down as a prime minister.
Well,
Not sure
I
if you
was like,
understand.
I didn't know he could just do that, like out of nowhere. I assumed
course,
he would have
yeah.
had to stay until the next election for some reason. Like,
No,
'cause
no,
I've never heard of
you don't
anyone
have
just
to.
stepping down, you know?
Yeah. Do you want to know who else stepped down?
Who?
His dad.
But just a family of quitters, honestly.
So just both Trudeau's to step down.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, he had no choice. I'm sorry. Like,
Well, he was getting
it makes
wrecked.
a lot of sense. Yeah, no,
Every
no, like,
week is just negativity.
Yeah, so I think it's good. We'll see. We're gonna be voting in May, so we're gonna have a lot more election talk to come up closer to home instead of across the border. So,
Be a nice change.
besides that, Besides that, let's go into other stuff that I just had written down that I get to talk to Khalil about. Um, First of all, Michael J. Fox and Bill Nye the Science Guy both getting the President Medal of Freedom, which is great. I'm surprised Michael J. Fox didn't have one beforehand, to be honest. But Bill Nye getting one, yo, my inner child was like so happy for him.
What do you have to do to get this medal, though?
I don't know what you gotta do. I know that Bill's doing a lot of stuff. Like I almost watched and then just lost interest and just didn't. He had a show on, I think it was History, or something like that. It's called the Nye is Near. So like it's like something like that, or something was his name. Some quirky shit was his name, where he goes over apocalyptic events and how they can happen, basically. He's been doing a lot of stuff. He's like a very big advocate, obviously, for the environment and stuff like that. But he's been doing a lot of shit like behind the scenes, like after the show got canceled. So I can see why he would get it. What it is, like, I could not tell you, but yeah, no, I was like, okay, that's great. I'm really happy that he won that. I'm happy for him. So
It's based. Okay, I just read what it is exactly. And essentially, it's just if you do good things.
Okay, so then there you go.
Get a medal.
Yeah,
it's
he
like,
does good things.
It's the highest medal that you can
get.
a civilian can receive.
Yeah, well, I think it's good. I think he deserves it. Me, I really think he's done a lot of work.
Yeah, I don't know
He
what
worked
Bill
hard.
Nye does, but I know Michael J. Fox has raised millions of dollars for studies and stuff on
I'm sorry,
Parkinson's
we watched a
disease.
lot of Bill Nye in high school.
I wouldn't say a lot.
He taught-
Maybe 10
Okay, well,
episodes.
Okay, but he taught a lot of kids science, and after that, I think he's a big advocate. I can look it up, but I'm pretty sure that he's a really big advocate for like
Sorry,
science and stuff.
I'm
Positive.
not getting any of this. His cock is in your mouth. I can't. I don't know what you're saying.
Oh fuck. Bill Nye, fuck, I don't know.
He's a good presenter and all that, but I don't know. I don't know anything that he's done to really merit a medal.
Bill
Such
Nye
as that.
saves the world. That's what it was. It was something. He had a best-selling book. I think. Oh, that's another thing. Does everyone in fucking New York have a best-selling book? I've never seen someone go, "Here's my book. It's not a bestseller."
It doesn't matter. It's a tag they put on it to help it sell.
It's gotta be, because every fucking book. But yeah, he's got a book.
Yeah.
He's got a book.
It used to actually mean shit, and now it's just like, oh,
He was
just
on,
slap the sticker
apparently,
on it.
apparently he was on Kai Cenat, which is crazy.
What is that?
I know he was on. He's a Twitch streamer. Don't worry about it. He's not. He's not my favorite. Yeah, the end is nigh. I was right. Hey, you know what? Not bad. I'm not bad. I'm not bad at the end is nigh. I was correct that he had a show that is still going apparently. Nope. I was wrong. It was one season.
Yeah.
1 season, 6 episodes. That's about it. But all right, it's all good. He tried. You know.
So I don't know what he's doing on there, Jamal. I mean, Michael J. Fox should be on there just for being such a
I'm
wonderful
happy.
actor, and he did
I'm
bonus
happy.
content. And Bill Nye, I don't know what he does.
Michael J. Fox deserves it too. Nothing that he does it. I'm just saying I also think he deserves it.
I'm just saying, I don't get why Bill's there. It just is very strange.
Okay. Well, then you could be a Bill Hader. You can fight the Bill
Bill
Nye
Hader
Science
is
guy.
a wonderful actor. He's very funny.
Yeah. Then you could be the Nye Hater. Okay, you could be the Nye Hater, and you can fight all the Nye lovers.
I don't
and
hate
defenders
him. I
of
just
the
don't
cat.
understand why he's getting a medal.
Well, if you don't like when something is good, that they're gonna put a twit longer on you, and then I'll see you in court.
That's not how it works, though. You can't just say
gonna-
something's
they're-
good and
They're gonna find a way. They're gonna
deserves
accuse you.
merit.
They'll find a way.
all right.
Yeah, no, yeah, but no, you can't on the internet anymore. Are you kidding me? If something's good and you go against it, you're a Nazi, like straight up.
Yeah. Oh my God, that reminds me.
And
In last week's
Oh,
episode
what?
with
What does
Khalil,
that remind? Yeah.
he at one point he was talking about Israel Palestine, and he's like,
Yes.
"Oh, I'm against Israel because they're committing genocide." I don't know. He claimed they're committing genocide, which I haven't heard of, so I don't know if that's true or not. So whatever. But then he says like, "Oh, mostly because I have Palestinian students," and it's like, so. If you had
Well,
Nazi
I think my
students,
favorite-
would you be pro-Nazi?
I I also love how I really appreciate it how serious he takes the podcast. I like when he goes, this doesn't like this is my personal opinion, this is not the opinion of like the channel. It's like our opinion is garbage. I think honestly our opinion's worse than whatever you're about to say. We hate everybody. So but Khalil's more educated in that area. He's posted a lot of stuff about it, so I really didn't want to fight him in that area because I'm not educated there, so I really didn't know what to say. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let him have it. I'm gonna have his little piece here because I have nothing. So.
Well, I don't know, because anytime anyone claims to be educated on something, it's like they're only as educated as their sources, and if their source is the general news of just spewing nonsense every day to keep your attention, it could be wrong.
I have no clue.
And therefore
I
flawed.
really have no clue. I
Like,
really have no clue. But he had more than me. I know that much because I even know about the whole genocide or the killing of the people. So I was just like, but I heard to the news yesterday that they're very close to making a deal. I guess they don't want to deal with Trump. So it's like, fuck it, let's just get this deal out of the way now.
Yeah, well, Trump
So-
is no shit. He's gonna go in there no matter what to take care of business. Whereas
Yeah.
Biden was just like, just keep letting it happen, and we'll keep making money, keep giving away billions of dollars. And it's like, okay.
So the next topic that I have here, and I was wondering how you feel about it. I haven't really heard like a lot of kickback from it, but I feel like there should be. Country going black. Like, I'm not sure if you've realized it, but like the demographic of country music has changed very quickly. Beyonce being the pioneer of it. with that
No,
whole
don't you
Texas-
fucking. That's bullshit right there. No.
Dude, but
Pioneer?
She won awards.
Pioneer.
Yes.
Disgusting.
What other black country singer? Please tell me another black country singer. Go ahead.
I don't listen to modern country, and I don't listen to black people.
No,
so...
I'm just saying country music. Name me another really famous black country singer.
There aren't any.
Thank you. There you go. So she's the pioneer.
No.
I don't want to. Well, okay, but you don't have anyone else's name. If there was someone else,
Okay,
like,
I think this is unfair because you could essentially claim like anyone who already has a popular, like is already super popular, do anything. Oh wow, they're a pioneer of that just because everyone was doing it before, but it wasn't like considered a big thing.
but there was no other black countries
No,
artists
Jamal.
before her.
Jamal, that bitch can start drinking water and nothing else, and then be like, water is the greatest drink on earth, and then everyone be like, oh my god, she's a pioneer for water.
Well, I hope not, but what I'm saying that in this sense, for me, because for what I can tell, is that after she made that album, black people started saying country all over the fucking place. He had that bar song from this other guy named, I think, Shabuzi or something like that.
Yeah, that bar
And then
song,
Quavo
actually,
starts-
it's actually decent. I don't
It's kind of
mind it.
country, huh? Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it too.
It's modern country. A lot of modern country I don't
Yeah,
like.
I
It's
wouldn't like-
overproduced, and I hate that.
I wouldn't like put it on like my phone. Like I wouldn't play it voluntarily, but if I hear it, I'm not like, oh my god, you
Yeah.
know, like I'm like, okay.
If I hear it in passing,
Well,
I'll be
like,
like,
you know-
well, that's in my head now.
Exactly, right? Because but it's like him and like 3 other people just out of the blue. Out of the blue.
Yeah.
CMA, she won awards. Beyonce won awards for best country album or something like that. I'm like, no other. They even said no other person that of color has won a country award. And I'm just wondering where the kickback is, because that's like where all the races should be, which is country music. Where are they?
That's incredibly
like, all, like-
ignorant of you to say.
Are there racists everywhere? Is that why?
No, there's racists only on the internet.
But so okay. So then on the internet, how come there's no kickback?
I'm sure there is. You just have to look for it.
I guess I have to check because I
Well,
didn't see any.
That's something that I was thinking about this morning when I was bored at work.
Mm.
A lot of
Okay.
a lot of negativity in life doesn't even come from our actual experiences anymore. It comes from what we've heard and what we see online.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I feel like when I was younger, I wasn't as depressed because there wasn't a lot to be depressed about.
Well, it's
Just, I had bad teeth. That was
What?
about it. I had bad teeth. That was about it. I didn't really have anything else to be sad about it because there wasn't like a whole big like craze like social media and stuff, you know.
yeah.
So
Well, no, because my point
No,
is like, especially about racism. Like, you hear everyone's like, "Oh, racism's everywhere. It's more prominent than ever." It's like it's not really, and in fact, it was pretty much dead in the '90s and early 2000s. It just came back into style in like 2010. And
I love that.
it was true though, because like as a person of color, you and we don't experience it on a daily basis, right?
Okay, buddy. Okay. Like again, we get stopped by the cops for different reasons. That's all I'm saying. They don't look at you and go, "He's gonna rob something." They look at me and they think I'm gonna rob something.
Yeah, but do they actually, or are you just assuming?
Well, I've had people follow me in stores. It's happened a couple of times.
Well, maybe it's because you're a sexy
my dad
motherfucker.
thought-
You ever think about that?
I hope so, man. If that's the case, my confidence is gonna rise. Well, my dad's been stopped just because he drove a BMW because they didn't believe that it was his. You know, it happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead, continue.
Well, the point essentially is that, like, a good example, I like to watch car crash videos. And I'm watching this shit, and I'm always like, "Man, everyone's so fucking terrible at driving. It's incredibly dangerous." But then I'm actually driving the road, and like, I've never seen an accident. I've never been in an accident. I've driven past accidents, but I've never like seen one actively happen.
I've only ever seen two. I've only ever seen two of both times I wasn't involved, but I was like 2 cars behind the accident. It's rare. It is true. It's very rare. And like you see, you just mostly hear about it because everyone has a phone, right? Everyone can like capture it and then record it and then send it. And then you can see it like, oh my god, that's so fucked up, you know.
And so, but my point is like, if you're not experiencing it firsthand yourself, I think that's a good basis for whether or not something's prominent. You understand? Like,
yeah, no, but like what I'm saying is that country for the longest time has been dominated by white people. I think we can agree with that, right? Johnny Cash.
That's all you got.
I guess Elvis
Try.
is more rock.
Yeah. Try Jamal. Name one more.
Well, Chris Stapleton, Blake Sheldon, Luke Combs.
There you go off, son. Go off. It took you a second, but you got there.
I don't know. I think there's a guy named Kent or something out there. I don't know. Anyways, all those guys, you know, Carrie Underwood, Shania Twain. There you go. I was trying to think of some other people. All white people, right? So it's just, I would have felt like there would have been a bit more of like a pushback, and there wasn't. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I mean, it's a good thing. I think it's actually nice that there wasn't. Yeah. Most of the time, I feel like there would have been. Kind of like the pushback that Taylor Swift received when she went from country to pop. You know, she lost like a good bit of people because.
When was she country? Wasn't it the opposite? Wasn't she pop and then to country?
No. She started with the guitar. She was like doing like it was like pop country. It was borderline. It was borderline country. Like I've heard her early stuff. I'm like, this is country.
Well, she's just terrible. So I think she gets pushed back no matter where she goes.
Thank God. At least there's some negativity in the world. It's in a good place.
Yeah, no, I don't think if the music's good, I don't think they get any pushback. Although what could happen, it probably is happening. Yeah. You're just not into country enough to see it, but I'm sure there's people who are like you know, you got your metal heads, so you got your country heads, right? And I'm sure the country heads are being like, man, they're changing the scene and I don't like it. Yeah. Which I'm sure is happening, but like you're on the surface, right? You know it, like you know what's happening, you can see the changes, but that's from like a distant standpoint. So you only see things. Yeah. When they're big changes. No, you're right. So people who are actually into it, down below. Yeah, they might actually be against it, but
possible.
You know,
I see you. I see you on that one.
They'd be a minority in this aspect.
For once, no, actually, forever. I'm always there. Going to something that I just found so funny, and I'm just like, yo, how two people who only had one job, right? I'm not sure if you heard about this, but first of all, Happy New Year, because we haven't spoken since then, right? We didn't do the podcast since then. But if you're in Montreal for New Year's Eve and you were at the Old Port of Montreal, you'd be very confused because someone did not set their clock correctly. Maybe they forgot about daylight savings time and set the fireworks on at 1 instead of 12. So there was like a little firework presentation at 12, and then people were leaving in their cars, and then more fireworks showed up over the Sarkarty Bridge. So everyone was very confused. Apparently, they timed it wrong. I don't know how they did that, but that's very impressive
They must have
that
hired
they
a
probably
Gen
could have heard
Zer.
everyone going. I don't know. They must have been hurrying. I don't know. I feel like everyone else was going 10:98, and you're like, no. This is 10:98 to the next hour. We got one more hour to go. So I
Everyone's
just
like,
found that
Happy New Year,
very
and that
funny.
one person's like, oh, one more hour to go.
Yeah, exactly, right? And then what's also very funny is they do this thing in hockey. They got this thing called the Winter Classic, where instead of playing inside of an arena, they play outside, like the good old days, as you can say, like in like a big stadium. Most of the time, people put the game on New Year's Day. This year, the NHL thought they were hot shit and decided to put it on New Year's Eve. No one tuned in for that game. I'm like, yeah, no fucking shit. Everyone's partying, having fun with their friends and family. No one's gonna watch a hockey game,
Well, you
let
never
alone
know,
two
because
teams.
for the longest time when I was younger, every time I heard a movie
Yeah.
was coming out on Christmas Day, I'd be like, what the fuck? Are you just asking to make less money?
Christmas,
some
Christmas
people,
Day isn't.
yeah, but some people have
terrible.
it a tradition to actually go to the movies and watch things on Christmas Day
Oh, yeah?
for some reason.
Oh, okay.
It's like a thing, especially for
Well-
people who don't celebrate Christmas. But
Okay, there you go. I feel like Christmas, because it's a Christian holiday, right? Or I guess a very well-known holiday. Not everyone celebrates it. Not only that, but Christmas, like Christmas. Look at our buddy Justin, right? He opens his presents on the 31st. I open my presents on the 24th. Liz does hers. Like it's like everyone.
does
You
Liz's
kinda have your
come in
own-
like a giant fortune cookie? You just break it in half and it gives for it?
Funny, but it's like it's like we all kind of have like our own version. Like we don't all celebrate Christmas the same. New Year's Eve we all celebrate the same way. Clock hits 12, it's New Year's, done. Like there is no, well, except for the kids at the fireworks. There's no discussion, right? It's 12 o'clock. That's it. Like there is no all difference. I feel like maybe that's why they got such a low rating, because everyone celebrates New Year's. It's not, no one doesn't. It's like the Chinese people, because they do it in February, again for some reason. But so bad on the NHL. Also, pick two teams that are actually good. They picked like the worst team in the league versus like a top 6 team. Of course they lost 6-1. I was like, yeah, duh. Pick a team that's like kind of close. Make the game fun. Not the worst team in the league versus like a team that's gonna be in the playoffs, for fuck's sake. So I was like, okay, guys, like, did not think that one through at all. Wrong day and wrong teams. But yeah. Anyways.
So yeah.
Did you see the GTA map though?
Here we go again.
No, but dude, the gravity. Have you seen how big the map is?
The map has been out for a while, dude.
I didn't see it. Dude, it's massive.
Well, at first,
The map is massive.
when the photos first came out, it was like speculatory, but they were just confirmed
Yeah.
like 2 weeks ago or something.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's the same
No, Rockstar,
photo
like,
that's been out
published
for
themselves.
months, and it
Yeah.
is massive. But in the comments, someone
Yeah.
made a really good point.
Okay.
Imagine doing a delivery mission.
Oh,
Imagine, I get this thing like imagine like doing like when they actually like that Doomsday mission where you had to do certain parts in the open world. You'll never get to the end. There's no fucking way. Someone will hunt you down at some point. They got tons of time.
Mhm.
It's
But
like
it also depends on if they keep in all those bullshit vehicles with the lock-on missiles, the
Yeah,
flying cars
I'm
and shit.
hoping-
I hope they keep it out.
I'm hoping. I do want to make like a little wish list when we get closer to like when we know like the game's gonna be released and stuff. But like I am hoping. I know Rockstar's a big company. I know that they want to make a lot of money, and they know they're gonna make a shit ton of cash off this game. What I'm hoping for is that, okay, fine, you want to keep mommy's credit card in there, the whole like shark cards, fine. What I'm hoping for, at least for me, is that I just want the game to be a bit more about
Cars.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, cars. And just about you as a character and how you play the game, and not matter about what car are you driving. Because if you have a fucking armored car that can take 5 RPGs and I can't, it's not fun anymore. Because then it's just whoever has more money. If you have more money, you're better at the game automatically because you have the better cars and stuff like that. What I am hoping for is that they expand upon the garage situation and be able to upgrade planes and boats. That's always one thing that I've wanted. I've wanted to
Well,
own your own airport
planes
hangar.
you can do. Boats, I don't think
How?
so. I mean, how? Hangar.
What plane can you modify?
Almost all of them.
But okay, when you say modify, what are you talking about exactly? Like I'm talking about like engine, changing the flaps, changing the landing gear, changing the color.
I'm not sure what you mean
I'll
by
remember-
changing the flaps and landing gear, but you can change the color and the engine and the handling.
The handling. What
Yeah.
plane are you flying?
Whichever ones I
I'm
could
talking about the
afford.
fucking. Okay, cause I had the fucking Cuban 800, the two propeller one,
Well, because that's an older
and all I could
plane,
do was
right?
call Pegasus.
No. Oh, well, because did you have a hangar?
No,
Then you can't fucking upgrade it, Jamal. You have to
Oh,
buy a
okay.
hangar.
I didn't know. I didn't know that. I have not played the game, and this is the last time we played.
Oh,
And we
well,
just
that
did the mission and
update.
got off.
That update would have been around 2015, 2016 ish.
Yeah. Oh.
Maybe even
I definitely
later.
don't remember it.
But it was
Okay.
definitely a later update, and it was pretty cool. You can do all your
Yeah.
upgrades, and you can customize a bit, not a lot. It was mostly just color.
I just wonder if I mean if they can expand on it, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I don't know where or how they could.
That is one
But
thing I would
that's
love.
what
It was just full customization,
Yeah.
like on everything between your character and your vehicles would be sick, and weapons. Of
Yeah,
course.
just more of the cars too. Just really be able to customize everything. Like they did a really good job. I feel like they got a lot done. I think there could still be more. I think they could still add more touches to make the car make it feel more like you. Make it really feel unique. I
There
still
was-
feel like
There was nothing more disappointing than spending $1 million on
Than getting
a
a
car,
car?
and then
Yeah.
finding out you
And you
can't
can't.
change anything on it. And I was like, what
yeah,
the fuck
yeah. I
is the point?
hated that. I hated that. I understand what you mean, and I hated that. So I
Mhm.
definitely hope that they do that for
But
sure.
as
I'm
far
looking.
as
I'm looking forward to it.
as far as like main campaign goes, I have very little faith. Because,
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be good.
yeah.
The last one was so great. It was such a great campaign. Every character was fleshed out. They all had this cool personality and everything like that. So for them to try and ride off of that, it would have to take a miracle. It can be done, but I don't think it's gonna be done. I
Well,
really don't
my
see.
my main concern is that all the people who worked on GTA 5 and Rockstar games prior has pretty much
Are
left.
gone.
Yep, and,
Yeah.
and DEI is a
possible.
big thing in AAA developers and companies, right? And
Yeah.
Rockstar is no exception. And they were doing. There's rumors going around that they're avoiding homosexual jokes, transgender jokes, basically all the
Oh
things
boy,
that they
that's
would.
not fun.
Well, that's what was so great about previous GTA titles
Yeah.
is they would
Yeah.
assuming the time
Push the
period they took
boundaries.
place in, they would be
Yeah.
a satire of that time. So like
Yeah.
2013
I
GTA
think-
5, they were making fun of Facebook and cell phones
Yeah.
and social media and celebrities because it took place in LA.
Yeah.
And so that all worked. But then
No,
today,
you're right.
that's a part of it, and they're not allowed to
Yeah.
touch it now. And that's kind of messed up.
I guess. We've spoken about this countless times. You know, it's like I think companies are sick and tired of having to fight these fucking dare I say, Nazi like fucking people who like defend these rights to like the fucking extremities, like the extreme extremities of the world, and like, oh my god, you put a fucking gay joke in the game, you're banned, and I'm gonna get people to rally behind me, and it's like, do you want to deal with that headache? No, you don't. I don't think a lot of companies want to deal with that
No,
headache
it's
at this point.
that's bullshit. It's been proven time and time again. Ignore those losers. They don't matter. Look at Space
I
Marine
hope-
2. They don't give a fuck about anything. It's a game for dudes. They sold millions of copies. Fucking
Yeah.
the Monkey Man game, Black Myth Wukong. Ignore all that shit.
Yeah.
Sold a million copies. Fucking Marvel Rivals. Make the
again-
characters sexy and not gay. Million
Yeah.
copies. Fucking
Maybe-
Hogwarts
maybe-
Legacy. Remember how big the controversy
Yeah.
was over that?
Yeah.
Millions of copies. Just ignore the fucking losers. They don't matter. And Rockstar's big enough
But I
that it doesn't
wonder-
matter to them.
I wonder, is it above them? Is it above them that they're telling them that,
No,
that
it's,
they can't do it, or is it within the company that
it's
they're
both.
that they have
It's
people
both,
in the
dude.
company who are going? Yeah. Okay.
Because you know,
Well.
it's been speculated. Not it's like a. I guess it's kind of rumored, but there have been confirmations in certain areas. You know BlackRock? The-
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a $1 trillion
Yeah.
company or some shit. It's
Yeah.
rich beyond your imagination. and
Yeah.
the people who work in there, like they have done essentially TED Talks and shit, saying how they want to control the world and how people think and act. And they said, how do you change? How do you change society? It's like, oh well, you have to give initiative. You know, you got to push them. And it's like, how do you push people? Money. Everyone loves money. And how do you?
Yeah.
And it's like essentially trying to control the population and how we think and how we speak. And they're essentially playing God. Because what do you do when you have all the power in the world? You can get anything you want. Well, now I want to control people. Become a god.
Yeah.
And so what BlackRock does is they send out money everywhere. It's in Hollywood movies. It's in video games. They essentially put mandates into your work. Oh, you have to have gay characters. You have to have people of color here and all that. So at the end of the day, your art is just edited and censored.
Damn.
And
I mean, I did hear BlackRock. I think there's a game that I play with that has them in there. I think it's Flight Simulator, funny enough.
you know, they got their hands in
but,
everything. They got so much money, it's
yeah.
insane. But the
So,
funny thing
if
is,
that's true-
Jamal, it's not working though. It's not working.
Oh, really?
Almost everything
good,
they
though.
invest
That's
in
good.
loses money. They lost $1 trillion. Or, I don't know if it was a trillion or it was a couple billion this year alone in their projects because no one's
Continue,
buying their
please.
shit.
Good. Continue. Honestly, that's great. To be honest with
But
you.
Rockstar
That's
is
good.
a part of that. I'm pretty sure, and that's why they're full of DEI.
I can see Rockstar. What would be like partners?
It would be an investor.
Rockstar investors. Let's see if they even will let you.
You never know at
D.
this point, honestly.
who they are allowed to talk to. See, they got shit fucking blurred out on this fucking website.
Blacked out like a CIA file.
Seeing here, boy, where the fuck would that even be? Their locations in New York? I thought it was they're in California. Of course, they're in California. Investments. No, I don't see it here. I see another. I see Daruva Interactive, but
No,
I don't know. They're like another deep tech 3D technology garbage. I don't know what the fuck that is. But their headquarters in New York City. I really thought it was in California for some reason. I think they have a studio in Cali. Cause I had a game that had Rockstar Studios and then Rockstar like Studios it's like purple instead of yellow. And I think that one is in California. Yeah. If that's the case, dude, I mean that sucks. I've always loved GTA for that particular reason. How raunchy they were, how unapologetic they were. You know, I think they did a really good job with GTA 5. You know, standing up to it. Was it Paris Hilton or Lindsay Lohan who sued them for that photo of the girl?
It was Lindsay Lohan, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I was like, what? It looks nothing
Yeah.
like you.
Yeah. No, 'cause it's fucking no one's talking about her in years. Like, well, I sue that person because I want to be relevant, and then you lost because they say at the beginning of the game, if you look like this, it's not our fault. We're just making characters. Sorry, you know, it's like you weren't picking it off of you, bitch. Like, fuck off. So no, I appreciated them. I really did, but that's gonna suck. If I feel like that's gonna suck for me as a someone who has not played a lot of new video games as of late, and I'll give you another example afterwards. That it's gonna just reinforce me to not play any more like new games, you know.
Well,
Because
that's exactly what's
because of
happening.
this.
This year alone, I think it was in the Steam charts. They said I think it was like 60% of players played old games, like from
Yeah.
previous years.
Yeah, because it's like I said, there's just nothing. And like I'll give you a great example. I'm almost done with the new Mario game that came out, Mario and Luigi Brothers Ship. It's like an RPG style of Mario Luigi game. Now, while it's fun, it is very fun. I'm having a good time. I'm playing it. It's a little grindy, but that's what you expect in an RPG. But the game it's one of those things where I want to say. I'm trying to think what game came out first. GTA 5 came out when again?
2013.
2013. So then StarCraft 2 came out after that one. I think I want to say StarCraft 2. I think that's probably the last time I've been like at work or someplace, and I couldn't wait to get home to play a game.
That's the last time.
That's the last time. There's
Wow.
been nothing else. Minecraft I've had for years, so that one doesn't. Obviously, the very last, like the last game.
Mhm.
Minecraft, there's been times where I'm like, yeah, especially like when I'm back in high school for sure. But like, if I'm really thinking about it, I've had games that I've had fun with, Rocket League, Fortnite. You know, I'm trying to think what I have on my Steam library. Let me see here. City Skylines. Yeah, and Smite. I think it's probably some of the few games where I'm like, I can't wait to get home to play. But not like even Smite. Like I like the game, it's fun, but I'm not like, oh my god, I can't wait. Like StarCraft 2, I was like, I was counting seconds. I, c- I couldn't wait to get home to play, you know. But like, there's not been a game like that. I agree with you, 1,000%. There's not been a game in a while that's made me want to get home and play. It's nothing that's really like been like released, you know.
Well, for me, it's been it's not necessarily that there's no games that I'm like excited to come home and play, because that happens pretty regularly, especially recently with since I got my PC.
Yeah.
Like right now, SnowRunner, I'm just loving that. I got Justin into it. We're trucking a bit.
Okay.
He sucks,
That's
but
good.
I understand. So like,
Okay.
I'm just thinking about it at work. I'm like, I can't fucking wait to get home and do some fucking trucking. So it does happen.
But once again, when is SnowRunner made?
2019 or 2020,
There you go.
something like that.
There you go. It's still a relatively old game.
Yeah.
You know, like it's still. If you want to tell me like 2013, like okay, game's new. The
Yeah.
game's old. It's an old game. You know, so it's like I definitely agree with you on that one. I agree with Steam, and I'm hoping, like I said, and I think it's starting slowly. Cause I was looking at the Steam rewards, which we're gonna get into in a couple of seconds here. I want to play another little game with you, but looking at the Steam rewards, looking at the winners, looking at the people that got in that were finalists, a lot of them are indie. A lot of them are indie companies. Not a lot of big name brands are in there, which is good. And this is what we spoke about this last year. I even said that I want indie companies to have a bit more responsibility because they're making good stuff. They're making good games. These are the people that really care about their games. These little indie companies, you know, not the fucking mainstream Black Ops 6 and Battlefield and Call of Duty and all this stuff. It's like they don't care. They just want to make money, you know.
Yeah, but the
it's like,
thing
these
is,
guys really
though,
don't care.
the problem is, like, indie games, as passionate as they may be, they don't have the resources to put out a game like GTA or Skyrim.
No, they don't.
That's the
No,
problem.
for sure. I mean, you're always gonna need like those bigger titles, you know. But what I'm saying is, what I want is just put a little fire underneath these bigger companies, in the sense that maybe, you know, you go, you know what? Yeah, okay, they're gonna buy our game. Maybe they won't play the 300 hours that we're expecting them to play. Maybe they're only gonna play 150 because the ending games are gonna be taking up all their time, and we're losing money because that could be time of them playing the game, maybe buying in-game items for real cash. You know, it's like, I feel that it's still going to help us, the consumer, get better games out of the producers that are making them, the bigger name producers. Hopefully. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm hoping for.
Well, ideally, what could happen is that if these indie companies continue making bank, they'll grow and eventually come to a point where they do become like a Bethesda size, and they can put out those kinds of games. Like that they're big and full of passion. Like a game made by gamers is usually the best game. A game made by people who are just hired to make games, it's not. You can feel it when you're playing it. Like, this feels off. Why the fuck is this part so tedious? Oh, it's microtransactions? A gamer didn't put that in there, that's for sure. Stuff like that.
So, the Steam Awards happened. I'm not sure if you saw them, but we're gonna do another little game here. See how many you get right. For everyone you get right, you get another toonie, to your collection. So we're gonna start here with the sit back and relax. This game is the antidote to a busy day. It's smooth, it's relaxing. It lets your worries melt away. This game is your moment of zen. So the finalists for this was House Flipper 2, Tiny Glade, Farming Simulator 25, TCG Card Slot Simulator, and Web Fishing. Who do you think took home the Sit Back and Relax award?
I'm gonna say House Flipper.
Ah, I thought too. I really thought it was gonna be House Flipper. It was actually Farming Simulator that
Really?
won that one. Yeah, I was surprised. When I saw it, I was like, really? I'm not sure how good it got since the last time we played it.
The one time we
yeah,
played, I
Farming
could not
Simulator.
relax because I was just fucking getting annoyed how I didn't know what anything worked.
I fucking love that game. I wish we would have played that game more. I actually had a blast playing Farming Simulator with you guys the few times that we did. I really thought it was gonna be the Card Shop Simulator because I see a lot of people playing that. Like even Queso, you know, he's been playing it nonstop, so I thought that would have been like a reason for it to win. But Farming Simulator came away with the win. Next, we have a Outstanding Story-Rich Game Award. Some days only a narrative-heavy game will hit the spot, and this one packs a wallop. It's gripping as any soap opera, and it's well-turned as a prestigious TV screenplay. Would it be Stalker 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Black Myth
Tsushima?
Wukong,
Tsushima.
yeah, Tsushima, you're right.
Okay.
Black Myth Wukong, Mouth Washing, or Final Fantasy, what fucking number, I don't know, I think that's 16? 14.
Oh, your favorite number?
That was good.
I guess Final Fantasy.
No, Black Wukong actually.
Fuck, that was my
Which
second
is weird
guess.
because he doesn't talk. He doesn't really talk much in the game, only for the beginning. So I was like, okay, I don't know how they got that one, but okay. I never watched the ending, so I'm watching a YouTuber play it.
I swear,
It's a
you
long
never
fucking
play
game.
games. You only watch people play games.
I'll never play a Dark Souls-like game. That's a Dark Souls-like game. I don't care what you say.
Dude,
Never
no,
playing
Jamal,
that. I
that's
fucking hate
what
that
I said, and then I tried Elden Ring, and it's so fucking fun.
game. I'm not playing the game. Dude, I can't.
No,
I already have anger
as
as
an
it is.
only child, you have no patience. I understand.
No, I don't. I really don't. No. But those games in particular, what for me, it's like, kudos to people who do play it, and kudos to you. If you play it, that's great. Because I would be breaking monitors left, right, and center if I had to play this game.
That's what I
For
thought
sure.
too.
I
Jamal,
get it.
this is exactly
I
how I
get it.
felt. But then I tried it, and now it's my second most played game on Steam.
Patrick, I get annoyed by playing Mario Maker. Like, if
That's
I get annoyed
kinda
by
gay.
playing Mario, and this is Mario. This is not even like a hard game. I know I'm gonna break some shit. I would probably like it. I don't say that I wouldn't like the game. I just know that I would get so frustrated at a point that I would just put it away and just never look back. You know. But regardless, I know it's a great game. Best Soundtrack Award. This unsung hero deserves to be recognized for its outstanding musical score. We have Frostpunk 2, Silent Hill 2, Fate Stay Night, I don't know what the fuck that is, Horizons, and Red Dead Redemption.
I want to say Red Dead.
Yeah, Red Dead
Okay.
Redemption actually got that one, which is good on them. It does have a great soundtrack, so.
How would you know?
I
Did you
have
play
that
it?
feeling. Yes, I put the first one unfortunately on the
Oh,
Wii.
there you go.
That's where I had it.
Okay,
Wasn't-
I
wasn't very
was
good
I
on
was
Wii.
sure you would say nope, but I watched someone play.
no, I played that one. It was the wrong
Oh wait,
game.
this is Red Dead 1?
Yeah, the first
Oh,
one.
I thought it was the second. Okay, that makes more sense. I was wondering, like,
No,
why would the
I mean-
second one be on for this year or last year?
Yeah. Best game you suck at. We're not gonna go over it, but it is Black Myth Wukong. Obviously, there's no other game here that would have had it. Most innovative gameplay award. Designers of the game are at the front line to creative experimentation, bringing a fresh perspective and brain-breaking surprises. The game is delighted, inspired, and entertained with the newness never played before. We have Satisfactory, Helldivers, Stalker 2, Baltaro, and Liar's Bar.
Helldivers.
No, unfortunately, it's Liar's Bar. Have you heard about Liar's Bar?
I have not.
Very fun game. I saw a couple YouTubers play it. It's only fun with friends. Obviously, not fun by yourself. But basically, it's Russian roulette with bullshit. Kind of like the game that we played at your house.
Mhm.
It's a combination of both. So it's like you have cards in your hand, and you can say, okay, I have like 3 queens. And if someone calls bullshit, and they're right, you have a gun. You have 1 bullet, 6. It's a revolver, so 1 in 6 chance, and you pull the trigger. If you live, then you continue playing until everyone else at the table is dead. And what's fun about that game is that you can move the character's head as they're going along, which makes it very funny for some reason. but they have like different modes now that they added. The game like became alive very quickly. So I was happy for them that they won. And now we'll go with Labor of Love. This game has been out for a while. The team is well past their debut and their creative baby, but being the good parents that they are, the devs continue to nurture and support their creation. This game to this day is still getting new content after all these years. So would that be Dota 2, No Man's Sky, Stardew Valley, Baldur's Gate 3, or Elden Ring?
It's gotta be No
What do you
Man's
think when I
Sky.
got the Labor
It
of
has to
Love?
be No Man's Sky.
No, it was actually
What?
Elden Ring.
Fuck off.
Elden Ring actually won
That's
that
bullshit.
one. Yep.
No,
yep.
no, as much as I
Yeah,
like
they
Elden Ring, that's bullshit. They did one piece of DLC, and most people don't like it, and they still haven't implemented what do you call that? Ultra wide monitor support. So fuck them. They shouldn't have won that.
I think No Man's Sky won last year, if I remember correctly. I know GTA 5 won like a couple years back, but I'm pretty sure No Man's Sky won a couple years ago, and maybe that's why they didn't win this year.
But
And,
dude, No Man's
let's
Sky is
go with
impressive though,
game.
with how much they add every year. It's insane.
That I will give them. Yes, they did add a lot of shit. I will give you that 100%. And that was Game of the Year. Maybe with the immersive gameplay, the gripping story, the well-crafted characters, immaculate designer, addictive multiplayer, whatever the reason, the winner of this year's Game Award is an instant classic. Would that be Warhammer Space Marine 2, Black Myth Wukong, Stalker 2, Baltaro, or Helldivers 2?
I'm gonna say Black
What do you
Myth.
think would have won? Yes, Black
Okay.
Myth Wukong
Whew.
won Game of the Year, beating out all the other ones. You got $4, Pat. Not too bad, not too bad. Not too
That's
bad.
my favorite number.
But
4.
oh, that's not good.
Mm.
That's not good.
Mm.
That's I'm calling the cops. But yeah, so that's the Steam Awards. I agree with a lot of them. I think the one I don't agree with is the one that you don't agree with. I think the Labor of Love one should have went to No Man's Sky for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the last thing that I don't know if you have anything else. 'Cause I have last thing, and then I gotta get going.
I got something.
All right.
So Hollywood burned down due to ignorance
Yeah.
and incompetence.
Yes.
DEI
yes.
hires. That's
And
what they get.
defunding
Yeah.
the fire department.
They
And
they
defunding the fire.
They defunded
department.
and they replaced it with white dudes who can actually get the job done with lesbians who can't lift a dead body.
Yep.
Did you
Yeah.
hear that quote by that one fire
No.
woman?
Which one?
She was asked
No.
by someone like, what if there's a man unconscious and you're not strong enough to get him out of there? And she said, well,
Yeah.
wrong place, wrong time. In other words, I'm fucking
Wow.
leaving him there to burn, which is messed up.
That's crazy. I didn't know about that part. I didn't hear about that.
Insane.
Well, you know what though, and this is, I think a lot of people, liberals especially, liberals and Democrats, have to look at California, really give it a hard look. Now, again, I'm a well-known through this entire year that I'm a Democrat. I'm not even gonna fucking front with you. I'm a Democrat supporter, 100%, right? And Democrat is basically the equivalent of a liberal here in Canada. We do need to take a hard look at California as a state of where it's in right now, because they are what I like to call the far left, right? I think we've heard about that before, right?
Yeah.
And they need to all die. All of them have to go.
Because
It is ruining. It's ruining. Wow. It's just ruining. How the fuck? How do you even say that word? Ruining? No, you can't say that, can you?
Ruining?
Ruining. Thank you.
Jesus
having a
Christ, are we having a stroke?
yeah, apparently.
It's just ruining what liberal Democrat how would you call it? Like what we believe in and what we stand for. There you go. What we stand for, because they are going way too far with this. It's like, I don't mind, having women included in areas that are dominated by men. That's fine, but you still need to have the guys there to do that job.
I disagree.
It's like,
I disagree.
Okay. Go ahead.
A police officer should always be a man. You know why?
Why?
Because women can't handle a big dude who's committing crimes.
That's what I'm saying. It should not be all women, but if women want to be in that area, that's fine. But have a guy with you. have someone with you that could handle a big guy.
Now he's doing
big
twice
guy
the
like
work
that.
for the same pay as her. That's bullshit.
How's he doing twice the work?
All right.
Are you telling me you're gonna run into a big guy every single time you're on the job?
Yeah, but when you do, that's when it counts.
Okay, so then once in a while. But the thing is that
Once
first
in
of
a
all,
while, this
you
is
need to
life or
have
death,
women.
Jamal. People pull guns
but
and
you
knives
need
and
to have-
shit. What's she gonna do?
You need to have women in these public areas, especially when you're dealing with other women, right? Because it's a law in many states. A man cannot search a woman. If they're going into like a police cruiser or whatever and they need to search you, the man has to wait for a woman police officer to arrive in order for them to search.
That's just upsetting.
Okay, but am I wrong?
I don't know if that's true.
It's the law. It's the law. It's the law. I love watching. You like watching car crashes? I like watching dumb criminals, right? And every time I've watched them, every time it's a woman involved and they gotta put her in the cop car, it always cuts to where a woman is now searching. There's two guys who are, handling the case, whatever. It's always a woman searching the woman before they get put into the cop car.
And what about vice
Now-
versa? Does it have to be a man on man?
Yes, actually.
Really?
I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure. I'll have to check.
You ever seen
But,
that? You ever seen that clip where they're searching the black dude and the cop grabs his junk and he's like, "What is this?" Like, "It's my dick, sir."
No, I did not see that. That's very funny. But is that a weapon? It could be. But it's just
I get what you're saying, and and I understand to a certain degree that certain fields is not needed, but at the same time, it's like I don't mind it happening. As a Democrat, as a liberal, I think it's good. I think it's cool. I think it's good that some women can enter that field, but you do need men in that field, and not every guy is gonna be complaining, going, "Oh, well, I'm with her, and when there's a big guy, I have to handle the work." I doubt it, dude. Not every fucking guy is gonna be like that.
No,
There are
because
gonna be
then they have to
sometimes
deal
like
with
that, for sure.
HR, and that's never fun. So I get it.
Yeah, but not only that, but going back to the whole criminal thing, they still have rights, and if a guy searches a woman, then right there, boom, the woman could be like, "Oh, he fucking harassed me." Body camera, whatever, the woman might feel like she was sexually assaulted. Now the cop has to go to the fucking. It's like a whole fucking kerfuffle for fucking nothing, So it's like, you need to have that there. You still need to have that. But California has gone too far. They've gone too far with this. It's like, it's ridiculous, dude. It's like, no one's allowed to be straight anymore. If you're straight, you're fucking weird. It's like, what? You like pussy and you're a guy? What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you a Trump supporter? It's like, you can't be straight. You have to be somewhat. You have to be a little bit, just a little bit. You want to have a butt plug in your ass. You try dick once in a while. It's like, you can't be straight in California. You can't. You have to be some sort of fucking extravagant, some bullshit to be accepted, which is stupid. You should be able to respect everyone, and accept everyone's choices, but not to the degree of fucking telling them that they're weird or that it's wrong if they just want to be a straight heterosexual man. So I don't know. I get what you're saying. It's burning down, and I hope that the neo-Nazi liberal lefts, whatever the fuck they are, burn down wisdom. That's all that I gotta say, and I'll put that on record because it's ruining. Fucking Christ, I cannot say that word today. It's ruining what Democrats and liberals stand for, to be honest. Well, with that being said, this is Flabbergasted of Audacity. I'm Jamal.
And I'm Patrick.
And we'll see you guys next week. We're back, man.
The decision rests with you.